All right, we're going to go live in a minute. I'm just recording this, but I've realized I haven't got my group open, so I'm not going to be able to see what's going on. All right, so let's go in live. We've got a beautiful topic today. It's being a little bit slow. Here we go. There we are. We're live in there. So it's just working its way through onto the Facebook group. We've got a little bit of funny weather here at the moment, so I'm hoping that the internet's not interrupted. There we go. All right. So, as always, it's Kate, the Courageous Inspirer Coach. In case you didn't know, although being in this group, you'd hope so. And today we're talking about a beautiful topic, the art of letting go. We've had some funny little comments regarding this document. No, we're not talking about releasing maybe some extra gas or whatever's going on. We are actually referring to, in this instance, we're referring to the manifestation process. So there's probably many different ways that we can discuss the art of letting go, but this one is on the process of manifestation. So this document came out, and remind you, if you come on live, make sure you let me know you're here. If you watch the replay, put #replay. All right. And this is in relation to the freebie this week on Tuesday, like always, when we drop the freebie in, which was the Art of Letting Go document guide. If you didn't put your hand up for it, it's not too late. Okay, so after this live, if you watch this and you think, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on this, I'm going to actually show you what it looks like because I'm going to go through the document today. Then you can have your copy for free. You've just got to let us know in the comments below when you see this video. All right, so let's get going. Manifestation. So most of us probably know what manifestation is, and they may have even dabbled in it, but essentially it's the law of attraction. It's seeing, believing in what you're seeing or you're visualizing as your reality. So your dreams and your desires and things that you're wanting to call into your life, the things that we focus on here in freedom, empowerment, and impact is to do with wealth, health, and limitless self. So we work a lot in those categories. It might be though love, it might be something else that doesn't fall into those three, but we focus a lot in here. Hello, Bernadette. Is that yes, please, because you didn't get the guide and you'd like the guide? Just confirm that for me. And thank you for joining me here. Bernadette is actually one of our lucky winners from our last manifestation challenge that we had only about a week ago now. And she won a 2-week business mentoring program valued at $800, and we're going to start that real soon. Hello. Oh, and there's another one of our winners, Aria. We've got all the winners here today. Winners and grinners. Love that lipstick color. Thank you. So do I, actually. It's a bit bling, but that's okay because I've got, a bit of army color going on and blinging it up with a bit of lipstick. And you were also a winner of a 2-week mentoring program that you've already kicked off. So congratulations to the two ladies. Oh, hello. I haven't actually, and I'm going to say your name and probably get it wrong. Bhavika? Bhavika? I'm hoping I said that right. I'm not actually really good at pronouncing names. I never forget a name or a face, but pronouncing it. So I'm hoping that was kind of right. Right. Oh, yes. But thank you for being here because you follow a lot and you put your hand up for a lot of stuff and you register on our events. So thank you for coming in live. It would be awesome to have you maybe attend one of our next masterclasses, the next one being End of Year Reflect and Reset Masterclass on the 16th of December. So let's get back to this document, The Art of Letting Go. And it's really, as I said to you before, there's plenty of different ways we can be talking about letting go, but this is in relation to the manifestation process. So I'm going to go through the things that you probably want to be aware of or practice to fully experience the magic of manifestation. What I find a lot of the time, and even through my personal experience, being a very sort of regimented Virgo, is that I felt like I had to have control of all of the process, all of the steps. And that's actually the worst thing you could possibly do when it comes to manifestation. So the more that you hang on to the control, the more that you just don't trust the process, you restrict the flow. You restrict the flow. So there's kind of two things that restrict flow in manifestation. One is clutter. So it's really important to declutter when we're asking for more, regardless of what it is. And the other is letting go. So letting go of what you're hanging on. Does this all make sense? Give me some love and thumbs up in the chat so you're following with me so far. But they're very, very important parts to recognize. And what I'm going to give you is some things to think about next time maybe you go through the process of manifestation. Awesome. All right. So let's get going onto the document. I'm going to flick us over to another different screen for everyone here. Sometimes I show the document, sometimes I don't, but I am going to go through a little bit of the document with you today, just so then you can really connect with the guide. And as I said to you before, if you've received it but not yet read it, or you feel like you're not in the manifestational process at the moment, this will explain and help you for when you are next, or if you're in it at the moment. So really, I've covered a little bit about manifestation, but I just want to have a little bit, go again a little bit in this releasing resistance and surrendering that control, that need for control. And it's in control of ourselves on our own inability to let go and release, and also what's around us and who's around us. I always say to my clients, focus on the things that you need control of, if you need control of them, but let go of the things that you don't. Okay, let go of the things that you don't. So let's go through some of the ways that you can implement this. So, first one is cultivate trust and faith. So, this is where we trust in the universe's infinite wisdom and have faith that everything is unfolding for the highest good. Trusting, that area of trust often is a real pain point for a lot of us, and in this process, in the process of manifestation and the trust that you have for whoever is your higher being, that level of trust needs to is basically the foundation. So if you want to allow to receive, if you're giving yourself permission to receive and you're calling in what you want to call in, you've got to have that trust that it's going to happen, and you've got to trust whoever you're calling it in from. So again, one of the areas of manifestation I work in is get specific, like setting goals. And when we do that, when we're looking at the goals, when we're looking at our desires or our dreams, you can either clearly state it's free and clear, like, so wherever it comes from, or you can call in the source of where it's coming from. All right. So that level of trust, if you are going free and clear, like wherever it's coming, is, over 100% trust, isn't it? Because you've got to trust that what you're calling in and how you've called it in and the information that you've provided is clear, and that you're going to receive it regardless. All right. That you don't need to keep checking in, right? Checking in on her. All right, second one, release attachment to the outcome. So while it's essential to have clarity and intention around your desires, this is an important part, ladies, because when we talk about releasing the attachment to the outcome, it's not like you want to go into it all airy-fairy and have no understanding of why you want it, what it looks like, and the importance of it. Okay, that's not what we want. That's not what this is about. But this is just about releasing, I guess, again, and understanding and building that trust that the higher self, whoever that's coming from, being the universe or the divine or God or whoever it is, that is going to be received, and the outcome will be exactly what you've asked for, because you've done the work beforehand. So again, this goes through the process of manifestation, where we get very clear on what it is we're asking for, And so in that process, you don't need to worry about the outcome, because you've already been very clear about what you're calling in. Does that make sense? So if you've done the work properly, the practice properly, there is no need to keep attached to what that outcome is. It going to be the right outcome? Do I need to keep on working on the outcome? You've already been very clear in that regard. So sit back and allow it to be received. Then we've got practice detachment. So detach yourself from the outcome by focusing on the present moment. And you know what I say to everybody? I say this to everybody that I hike with, right? All the people that come and hike with me, and even myself, whatever I'm doing, if I'm going away on an adventure, if I'm going away on a walk, if I'm going to an event, if I'm going to whatever it is, and this is the case with manifestation, this is how I practice, is that I think about the moment and I love the journey. I don't obsess over the outcome and try and control it. Does that make sense, everybody? Give me some thumbs up. Let me know that you're all still following on. Okay. So I believe in this so much that one of my tattoos on the back of my neck says live in the moment. All right. Thank you guys for letting me know. I'm very much about living in the moment, because if we fixate and are constantly looking back and then trying to control everything. Hello, Lisa. How are you going, lovely? Thank you for coming on board. If we're constantly obsessed and we want to reflect on what's happened, yeah, but we don't want to obsess and keep looking back in the past. We want to keep moving forward, but we don't want to keep focused and obsessed about the outcome and feel like we need to keep controlling that. We just want to live in the moment. We just want to live here in the moment. Has anyone here got a particular quote that they absolutely love? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, one of mine is live in the moment, and that's what I have tattooed on my back. This is what that's referring to. Next one, letting go of limiting beliefs. Huge. So typically speaking, most of the manifestation processes that I do and the challenges that I do, I start with this. So on day one, it's all about symbolic belief shift. Because if you're going into the manifestation process, or again, anything in life, with any limiting doubt, right, self-doubt, with any limiting beliefs lingering around in there, and you haven't seen them and released them, let them go, in order for your new belief systems, your positive belief systems, the belief in you, the trust that you have, then it'll be stalled. It'll very rarely be successful, because you've already told yourself that it's not going to be, probably. All right. Or it could be that, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. This is just a challenge. Yeah. Or this is all right, I'll try this practice. You've got to absolutely own it. You've got to absolutely, hello, gorgeous. Love your words of wisdom. Thank you, Lisa, for the feedback. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, darling. How are you? So that real strong sense of anything is possible, that what you're seeing is believing, that you're on this, you know what I mean? You've got no doubt that you've got the power. You have the power to create the magic. You have the power to receive all that you call in. So getting into that limiting belief and working with that limiting belief and reframing it, symbolic belief shift, critical. All right, critical. So most of the time it's probably advisable to work there first, because if it comes up and lingers in there, pops up along the way, we want to know how to release it, release it, release it. Because in this process, particularly in manifestation, it's not like you can let it go and go, bye-bye, see you later, and never think it's going to come back. These limiting beliefs could have been with us for a very long time. So, if they're going to try and sneak back in there to protect us, yeah, to keep us safe. So we need to keep working through this process, in particular with our limiting beliefs. All right, let's keep going. Everyone's all right. They're still all with me, yeah? So surrender control. Surrender control. Release the need to control. Thank you, everybody. Release the need to control every aspect of the manifestation journey, yeah? So instead, surrender to the flow of life and trust. So we talk a lot about flow. I do in particular, and I support all the women that I work with in really respecting flow and looking at clutter in the way, chaos in the way, limiting beliefs in the way, and the need to control. So control the process and control the outcome. We've got to let that go, ladies. And there's so much that we need to do on a daily basis and think about and achieve, and it's never ending, yeah, for most of us. So why overextend ourselves in that need for control of everything? of everything. Give yourselves the opportunity to practice this, use this strategy in manifestation and see what it feels like. See what it actually feels like. If you haven't been able to do it yet, feel what it feels like to just let go of that control and allow the flow. Just allow the flow. It is beautiful. You'll never forget it. And once you've actually allowed it to happen, you know, you know. Now, I've mastered this down to being able to do it within the day. Okay, but I've been doing manifestation for a very long time. But now, and I don't, and again, I don't believe in, it's just me, but I don't believe that I need to ask for that level of receiving all the time. So I may just manifestate in general, and I do every day, or I might ramp it up. Okay, so I might wake up very intentional one morning and be very, very clear on what I want to do and open up all funnels, all my funnel, everything. I nearly went the wrong way then. I want everything opened up to receive. So the flow can just come through. Nothing's blocking the flow. And I tell you what, it's extraordinary when you watch everything drop down. And I'm sure you've probably been here before. Have you ever had a day when you're like, man, this is just what? Like every single door opens up for you. Bang, 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 bang. And they're all aligned. They're all there and they're all exactly the right door. I love it. I absolutely love it. So rather than sort of stumbling into this when it happens, why not be a little bit more intentional about it, but don't want to control it when it's happening? Okay, just step back and let it happen. I love just stepping back and letting it all fall on. Yeah. Okay, so practice mindfulness. We had a big month last month with my coaching group where we did a lot of work on mindfulness. And what does mindfulness work? What does mindfulness mean and how can we practice it? So we do a lot of things in our coaching environment where we do grounding or earthing, or we tap into ourselves more regularly rather than when we get burnt out or when we get overwhelmed or when we've got to that pain point. We're much more aware of it because we're more in tune with ourselves, yeah, and we're more willing to be mindful as much as possible. So what are the things that you need to do to create mindfulness? Stillness, time for you to be able to make sure that you're letting go of what needs to be let go in order for you to receive what you're wanting to call through. And that's done in a mindful state. All right. So mine is hiking. I can be very honest with you. That's why I own a hiking business. And that balances me. It's my meditation. Everything that I do and create, I do it whilst I'm hiking, whilst I'm walking. It's a big part of my success and why I am so successful is because I balance my work mode into mindfulness mode. All right. And that's when I do my best work. Right. So be aware of if you've got a world at the moment that is chaotic, and we're in that time of the year, yeah, where we can actually overload ourselves. I don't know why we do it, but we do it. Not all of us, but a lot of us do it. So don't let that ability of being mindful, don't let that healing time, don't let that space to be able to release go in order for you to get through Christmas. It's probably a place when you need it even more. All right, where you need it even more. All right, embrace patience. Of course, you've got to be patient, ladies. Sometimes we call in what we want to call in and it's there in a split second. It's like I said, when I'm real very intentional about, okay, today I'm on it, right? And I'm really clear about what I want to receive and I'm ready. I've given myself permission. I've emptied everything out. I'm nice and clean. The shelves are bare, ready for everything to come my way. That's I don't even have to wait in those moments because I know what's going to happen. But sometimes manifestation is a slow process. And when that's kind of happening, there's lots of ways that you can keep your momentum going. So I do things like support women in understanding how to create anchors or how to, tap doubt out when it might be popping up. So all these little tools that we can do, all these little strategies that we can do to remain motivated, which enables patience. Patience. Because you probably already started to receiving a lot of the things leading up to what you're calling in. You're just not being patient enough and mindful enough to see the signs. And this is when I believe that a lot of the time we miss the signs and we miss our calling in. It's actually come your way, but it's just not as obvious. But you've been so impatient and so kind of needing to control the process that you've missed it. All right. So patience, practice patience, ladies. Express gratitude. So much a part of manifestation. So much, well, so much a part of everyday living, in my opinion. All right. And particularly if you're in the space of personal growth, if you're really in touch with your spirituality and you believe, you truly believe that anything is possible, gratitude is such a big part of that. And it's often the very little things, as I always say, the little tiny things that you're grateful for, that's where you can ask for more. So with gratitude, the work that I do with my women that I work with, it's about gratitude in the moment. So present moment, what are you grateful for? What are the little things that you're grateful for? And then future, what are you calling in more of? Okay, because you've got most of the things that you're probably wanting to call in, you're just wanting more of it. So we've all got abundance in some way. We've all got love in some way. We've all got confidence in some way. We've all got courage in some way. We've all got vulnerability in some way. We've all got health in some way. So it's about finding where it is, loving it, what you've got at the moment, being grateful for that, and then calling in more of it, not just calling in everything that you want. Be grateful for what you have at the moment. Okay, so gratitude work, one of my biggest areas that I work with my ladies. And what we do often, nearly every single week, we did it in a group call this morning. I asked everyone to list 3 things that they're totally grateful for right at that particular moment. And it was beautiful because a lot of us recognized one another. We all really recognized our container, our group. And then we recognized some other people around us that maybe we hadn't just gone up to them and said, you know what? I'm so grateful for you. All right. So showing gratitude internally, externally. Okay, we're nearly there. Hang with me. Release resistance. Okay, I think that I've got one more after this. All right, release resistance. So this is recognizing it. So identifying and releasing any resistance or negative emotions that may be blocking your manifestation. So this comes back to forgiveness. Right now, one of the exciting things that I'm actually doing in the upcoming masterclass, the end of year reflect and reset, is my beautiful forgiveness exercise. Our forgiveness exercise, what I do in this process is it's about recognition, recognizing it, releasing it, and loving yourself in that process, and whoever else maybe is attached to it that you're going to have to release as well. You're going to have to forgive and release as well, and love and show that love, feel that love. So releasing the resistance is recognizing it, letting it go with forgiveness. Okay, so with forgiveness, just remember that. It heals. It heals so much when we can forgive, not just release. If you're just releasing, it's got a tendency to come back a lot faster. If we're releasing with forgiveness, it's less likely to come back. Hello, Janine, my hi lady. I love you. I've been love watching your journey as well on social media. You're doing so well. So proud of you. All right, visualize and release. So visualization, again, one of the key parts to the manifestation process. In the last challenge that I just did, it was a bigger part of that challenge than I've ever done, because I've realized, I think, a lot, it's kind of coming through even in my groups, the women that I work with. Visualization is difficult for a lot of people, really difficult, and it's basically a critical part of the art of letting go in manifestation, because we've got to let go of the stuff. We've got to disassociate ourselves from the stuff that is not in our picture. And then we need to get a really clear picture of what it is that we want, right? What our desire is, what our dreams are. What's that perfect day? What is it? What does it look like? And then we want to associate ourselves with that. We want to step into the picture. And that's through visualization. So we want to be starting to ask questions like ask yourself questions. And I run this as a process in trance. What do you see? Who's around you? Where are you? What are you wearing? What do you hear? Is there like heaps of people cheering you because you've succeeded? Or is it just quiet? Is it just you, just loving everything that you've achieved? And are you feeling proud? Are you feeling achieved? Are you feeling loved? Are you feeling like you can do more? Are you unstoppable? So all of those emotions and those senses need to be a part of your visualization in order for you to be associated with your reality. So all the stuff going on in here then becomes reality, becomes a picture, and you're able to put that in your future timeline. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed me going through this document. Thank you for all of you that's jumped on today. It's been an amazing show today. There was a few weeks there when I'm thinking, okay, nobody wants to hear anything I've got to say anymore. So I'm really happy that you've all jumped on. We do this every Thursday at 1 p.m. and it's always about the freebie that we've dropped on the Tuesday. All right. So just be aware, Tuesday is when the freebie comes through. Lives on Thursdays when I'm going through the document and you get to ask questions, you get to ask anything. It's just we get a little bit of a chance to hang out as well. And it's not too late, like I said to you before. Once this is posted, just let us know in the comments. Can I please have the guide because you didn't put your hand up on Tuesday, and we'll get it to you straight away. And of course, I'm going to remind you again, our very last event. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Mind you, we're having a little Christmas breakfast together online on the 21st. We're going to hang out in our PJs, yeah? But for everybody else, my last free event is on the 16th of December from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So that should be in a good enough time frame where you can still go to your parties and do everything else that you need to do. But this is about two parts to it. It's only for 2 hours. The first hour is going to be around reflection. So you're going to be doing a lot of what I'm talking about today, the art of letting things go, and you'll be doing the forgiveness release exercise and a couple of other stuff in there. And then the second part of it is our intentions, our reset for 2024. And I've got a beautiful brand new planner, 2024 planner that we've just finished, and along with quite a few other gifts on the day. All right, so keep your eye out for that. We'll put the details into the comments down below as well, the 16th of December. So I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday. I haven't made my mind up yet what I'm going to be discussing, but again, remember that you've always got the opportunity to ask what you'd like me to talk about. You just need to pop that into the comments or you can message me directly. So I'll see you next week. I love this time of the year. I'm feeling extra Christmassy this year. And, be happy. Be happy, believe in you, love everything that you've achieved so far in 2024. Let go of what you need to let go of in order to reset for an amazing 2024. See you, ladies. Mwah.